mean, it is a big tune. It is. At the back, tell her to come back. Shalina, tell her to come back. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Charlie, you have grown in a week. What have I done? What have I done in a week? Shalina, I'll let you come in, but you need to show your face. I'm letting her do square because she's telling me this. You've been telling me what? She's here. I've been telling you that. All right, calm down, Shalina. Calm down.
Ah, fuck. 1 second. Hello.
I'm in bed. I'm in bed. That means my hair's not done.
But
Yeah, sorry, yeah. It's got an hour time on it, and then
no, sorry. So I wanted to finish the point that I was saying to you, but I also want to ask you a question. But so yeah, now the first point was like I speak life into him every single day, and I really, really, really try to make sure that I cherish, respect, love, defend, hear him before he's spoken, speak to him, not at him, you know, all of those things as well. And like I've there like it's hard, man. Married, not it's not hard. Well, yeah, sometimes it's hard for us to love each other sometimes, but we both have the goal of like, but what is the other choice? There's no other choice unless one of us chooses to be unfaithful to one another. This is it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but what I wanted to ask you, China, is like, okay, I hear what you're saying and I hear what you say, but I feel like these conversations are healthy, especially like the platform for men as well, because men don't really have a place where they can honestly express themselves without, you know, being told that their emotions don't matter or that they need to man up or whatever. But do you not feel like there's men, or let me say boys, that hear you talking and then automatically align themselves with you and think that, oh, because you are saying this and that, then I can demand the same when they can't, because they're not the same on paper, they're not the same spiritually, mentally, emotionally, they're not the same. So as much as there's this platform saying that, yeah, this is how men feel and this is what men deserve in terms of respect and relationships or whatever, like I also feel like there's also these weirdos that's, you know what I mean, that just, yeah, man, that's what I feel. And I mean, it's not your fault. And I guess we could say the same for the opposite sex. Like, city girls came and fucked up everything, and now girls that can't ask for Birkins are asking for Birkins and stuff. Like it's like a. But I mean, how do you feel like you have a responsibility to kind of let man know that, listen, nah, you're a waste man, you can't be asking for these things, or like, what do you think?
Yeah, like I think I don't know how much you've heard because I know with clips it can, yeah, you just put clips, but my whole thing is speaking to men and telling men they have to get. So, I say my issue is women keep talking about waste men, but I'm like, you pick these men, right? I'm not talking to waste men, you know. Waste men don't listen to what I'm saying because they're waste men. I'm talking to people that want to be better. I'm talking to people that I'm trying to speak from an older man's perspective, some things I haven't been told, some things I've learned, and some things that they should know. So ultimately, I'm telling the men to become the best version, so that they can come to you, so they can be the best men for you, complete men. So I don't expect you to ever. I'm gonna let Shadina in. I don't expect you to ever to be like. So when I talk about leadership, right, and submission and cooperation, I don't ever expect you to be being led or being. Well, at least I've got half. I've got half of Shilly, I think.
No,
Oh,
I came to my living room for you.
Oh, my cousin.
in order
I,
for her to do that, yeah, she's
I
so
get
vexed. I know she's vexed at that, but thank you very much for the live.
no, no. Do you know what? It's all right. I don't even want to cut you off. I just, yeah. When you finish, I'll speak.
Um, so when I talk on a platform, I'm quite aware of
1
of
second, Dad.
of things that I'm saying and how I say it. So you'll never ever find me saying something that's downright derogatory of this women or whatever. But I always tell men what what you can expect from a quality woman, but at the same time, you can't be expecting these things if you're not a certain thing. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I never
Yeah.
advocate for women. But the thing is, a lot of women do the most for the wrong guy, right? And then by the
Yeah.
time they do that, they get tired or trauma or they get, you know what I mean? Whatever it is,
And
let
then
them
it's
go.
all men are trash. Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then that's what happens. So then they get left with that feeling and they go back out to speak to all men are trash and what have you not. But it's the men that they pick. So I would never advocate. I always try to do it like this. When I speak to women, I try to speak to you how I speak to my sister, right?
Yeah.
And that's honest and that's in a way, and it comes from a place of love. Ultimately, all my sisters can make the decision for themselves. So if they make a bad decision, it's not because they wasn't poor. It's not because they didn't know. It's because they chose to go do that based upon whatever reason. So I am aware that I have a platform, but ultimately, you can never be, you can never be responsible for each and every person that listens to you or watches something that you do. But what you can do is try to articulate yourself in a way where it doesn't get misconstrued or people can see the real message in what you're saying. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. But like you said, you know, City Girls, that's just one person. I continuously go on all the different platforms and show you all the women, the blatant misandry against men, and when they talk about lesbian men, they talk about broad men, talk about short men, talk about all types of things that's out there, and that's fine. But let a man say to the men, actually, we don't want baby moms, we don't want women with a high body count. When you see the uproar, I was going to say to you, and what have I really said?
Yeah.
That something that, you know, if you want a high body count, is that something to be shouted about? And if you do, then it's fine, but that's up to you, but a man doesn't have to take you for it. And this seems to be where people tend to get mad. So that's what I'm saying, But I speak more to women about have standards for yourself. Stop messing with these waste, man. Don't. If a man doesn't look, listen. The truth of the matter is, right, whether or not you prescribe to marriage or not, if a man doesn't come to marry you, he doesn't have good intentions for you long term. Because when you have to spend minimum 10 grand, like what your guy did, buy a ring, announce to do a public ceremony, chances are you're not going to leave the girl that you did it. But when all you have to do was say yes and turn up, chances are you might wake up bored one day and be like, actually, marriage is not what I thought it was. I want to get divorced. It doesn't cost you anything. Then it costs the
Oh,
man anything. So I always say to women is, if the man doesn't want put a ring on it, and he does, and it's not new knowledge. This is old. And this is why we have to go back to what was taught before. What I'm saying is not new. What I'm saying is not new. This is what you should say to your. If you have a daughter, if a man doesn't, he just wants you for one night. This is what our parents told us. Like, so if you don't know it and you wasn't told of it, okay, I understand. Because some parents definitely tell their kids. But if you hear of it now, I am not an anomaly. And if men don't speak like this, is because a lot of men don't care. And how do we get to a better place without speaking about half the things that people don't want?
Yeah. I think with me as well, what stops me from having kids was like I was just like that's too permanent of a mistake. Like not a mistake, sorry, a decision. Like it's too permanent for me. Like, and I'm lucky because it came from trauma for me. But I was like, there's no fucking way, but like there's no way. Like I've been a fool for love. I haven't been that fool. Like I cannot. Like yeah, but
Shanina,
No, nothing. With what you're saying, that's experience because I think every parent said to us, like when we was younger, well, most parents have said to us, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that." But because we're young, we're hot-headed. We like what they're saying. They're talking from experience. So now you're at an older stage in your life. You're just giving wisdom to the younger youth, but they ain't trying to hear you. You're trying to say to them, "Okay, maybe don't get the flashiest car. They're trying to get the flashiest car because they're trying to look like the man from the youth. Do you get what I mean? So when they get to a certain age, there's certain stuff where, okay, they might have the baby mothers, they might have done their stuff, but it's like, it's time and wisdom, innit? So at a young age, a guy ain't trying to say, oh, don't get the latest. You know, like your parents, some parents would be like, oh, it's school time, you don't need certain shoes, but they don't want to be the one in school with the one shoes was from like Shoe Zone and all their brothers have got JD shoes. Like, do you get what I mean? So it's with time, and I think it's all with it's you being wise and learning, because I think every single person made a mistake. But then again, if you don't make a mistake, you can't learn from shit. So you have to also sometimes make a mistake for you to get that knowledge and be more smarter and have the more wisdom to learn certain stuff.
I hear that, but I also don't believe you need to put your hand in the fire to know you're going to get burnt. It's like someone could tell you, if you put your hand in that fire, you're going to actually let me put my hand in that fire and get burnt. So I hear that, but at the same time, is, you know, a lot of things we were taught we didn't do. Like a lot of things we were taught not to do, we didn't do. So if we do some of these things, you know, like at any given age, at any time in history, it's not been good for women to be promiscuous. And with sexual liberation, all that it does is it plays towards the men. It doesn't like, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like, being able to sleep with who you want, it's your choice, it's your body, my choice. Congratulations. But what does it do? It just gives your body. You know what I mean? It gives you.
But a lot of women who have trauma, and even like if they're married or whatever, sometimes it's not always. It's many things. Sometimes it's just the childhood.
Where do you get this trauma from? This trauma.
It's okay. It could be from their first boyfriend, for example. They feel like it's more than that, and the guy might think it's not more than that. Likewise with girls. Some girls leave guys on also. Do you understand? We can't be biased and say, okay, it's just the guys. It's the girls as well. And at time, like, and then it's like, for example, in school, you're on a whole different mode. College, you're on a new different vibes now. You meet different people, like, do you get what I mean? And people are easily influenced. We have to bear that in mind as well.
No, we don't. Because, you know, this is you're just confirming what I've always said. Dating is bad. It is bad. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't do anything for the final your husband. All it does is give you more trauma, more bodies. Yeah, makes you have a distrust for men, and sometimes it leaves you with a child. Dating is bad. It doesn't help because you keep. This is what I was talking about. What's love got to do with it? Because you keep picking guys that you love or attracted to, and it's just an emotional response. If we went back to how it used to be, or how it is in some cultures with arranged or assisted marriages, where people pick people based upon their family, and I'm not saying to come get some ugly guy that ain't got no head. You know, no, I'm not saying that. There seems to be some image of that. No, that's not what it is.
But then
it's just,
with that as well, like people,
yeah, and they keep giving you trauma and doing all these things. So obviously you make bad choices, right? So if 55% of marriages that we pick end in divorce versus 6% of assisted marriages, arranged marriages, then in reality, it is the marriages that we pick that are favourable.
No, it's not that, because some people, like for example, you get like some obviously Muslims and their parents arranged marriage. Some of them, they don't even want to be in the marriage. The marriage would have been in, but they don't want to disappoint their parents. So firstly, they're holding on. The guy's like knocking them out every day. But because they're thinking, oh, what about my parents? My parents picked him. If I do that, it's a shame. It's a culture thing.
Careful, because you're generalizing. You're saying most, like, the guy's beating up the Muslim community. Let's not do that, because you're generalizing.
No, I'm not just saying, but it does happen. It doesn't have to just be Muslim. It doesn't have to just be Muslim. Maybe I worded it wrong. It doesn't have to be Muslim, but I'm trying to...
6% of arranged marriages end in divorce versus 55% of marriages in the UK that people pick themselves. And if we include domestic violence in both of them, it is still 55% of marriages that you and I pick end in failure versus 6% of assisted and arranged that end in success. That is still statistics. So if you include
some people don't leave. This is what I'm trying to say. The issue is like what we have, like people feel like in marriages you're not happy, but it's like, okay, cool, the shame, or maybe you vouch for that individual a lot, So it's like you don't want to leave because it's like, what's my mum gonna say? What's my friends gonna say? What's the thing? So they stick around. Some marriages, people don't even have marriage. Like the communication with their individual ain't even that. It's like, what's the point of it even? Is it just for the title?
Because marriage is more than about you. And this is the thing, modern women are selfish. They always talk about me and my happiness. Marriage is not necessarily about happiness. It's a new Western way. You've been sold the Disney image of weddings and marriage. Marriage is not about that. It's about duty. It's about duty. When you talk about happiness, you do realize if you base your marriage on happiness, then you get divorced because we're not happy every single day. No one is. No one is. It's impossible to be happy with someone every single day.
No, but if the bad outweighs the good, then we can overlook it.
But what? No, it's not that. What I'm trying to say to you is no one is happy every single day. Marriage is not about. It's not about that. It's about duty. And if you have kids, yeah, whenever people, so much people, and the thing is about it, right? When you have kids, it's about your kids now. People keep talking about themselves. The moment you have children, it's not about you anymore. And as an adult, you should be able to put your feelings aside and do things for your kids. But people don't do that. They still think about themselves, and it's selfish. I'm sorry. If you have a child, and yes, now you have to not have a man around for 20 years so you can bring up your child. That's it. That's your job. After your child goes to uni, whatever, now you get your man. But you want to talk about yourself now. It's selfish because you're thinking about you. You're thinking about your happiness. You're not thinking about your child. If you're thinking about your child, you would keep your family together statistically. Even if you didn't like your husband, as long as he's not pounding your head in, then you guys do your thing, whatever. And then when the kids move up and they statistically at a place where their brain can handle it, you'd be like, we're going to divorce. A lot of people do that. But
no,
you talking
I think that's very bad and a very bad mindset to have, because I understand obviously you're doing like the person in one household, but there's loads of things what people don't see behind people's like relationships or even marriage, what's behind the scenes. So it's like, okay, say you just have a baby, like for example, she said she just got married, so she has a baby, okay, this year, and the marriage is really like there's so much stuff in the marriage what is breaking, and if you're not strong as an individual, how do you continue your marriage firstly? So it's like you're supposed to boost up each other. So now she has to wait 18 years, and depending what state. So even if like you're in like America, for example, it's 21 years. So you have to stay with this guy for 21 years of your life, being miserable, or he's with you being miserable, just because of to save face for your kids. That's
yes, for your kids, yes, because your kids develop. No,
yeah,
but this is what I'm saying.
Worse, because that now allows him or her to, okay, cool. I might work with you, for example. My husband's a shithole. Every day he's like, you're ugly. You're this. You can't do that. No. Just listen to this. So, wait. Hold on 1 second.
Shalina. We already spoke about. See, you keep taking it to extremes. If you're creating a scenario where you're abusive, that's not what we're talking about.
No, it doesn't have to be abusive. I'm just saying.
But that is abusive. If he's calling you shit every single day, that's an abusive relationship. That's an abusive relationship.
Yeah, but I'm just saying anything can happen. Obviously, in words, it's like even like if you're not married, for example, and you're having an argument with your partner, you both sometimes say mean things. You don't always mean it, but it's like you just want to have one up on each other. So that's
once again, you're having wrong relationship with men. If the men you're with call you shit, and then it comes down to the men you meet, because men are not supposed to speak to women like that. So if you deal with men and they swear at you and they call you shit, and these are the wrong types of men, and you pick these men, because there's men that don't do that.
Sometimes women are abusive as well when we balance.
Once again, if women are abusive, you pick the wrong types of women. Because I don't deal with women. I don't deal with women I don't even deal with women that will swear at me on a platform. You've seen it. Do you think my girl could swear at me? Do you think I would have that? Do you think I swear?
So say you have picked them, because obviously you ain't happy. You're just waiting for your kid to get. No, but you're waiting for your kid to get older for you to divorce.
More time. You would have seen, a man would have swore at you before he had kids with you, right? So when he started swearing at you, that was the point where you stopped having kids with you.
No, because people fake it a lot. So like I say to you, when you get with somebody, people can fake like this person. When they feel like they now secured
6 months to a year. Most people can fake. This is why I say between 6 months to a year, you should know whether or not you want to be with a girl or marry her, because everyone can fake something for a month, 2 months. But in order to fake something for a whole year, do you know what type of actress? No one, trust me, you will fumble. A man will fumble, a woman will fumble. His true attitude will come out. she will come out. So once again, it comes down to you wishing to ignore the red flags that these men make. Then later on in life, you want to say, oh, I didn't know. You did know he was abusive. You did know he swore. You did know. But you choose to ignore it for any reason, love or whatever. But then if it goes on into the future, you don't then get to be like, actually, you know what? There's a bit of accountability that we all need to have. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is the bit we have to be accountable for the choices that we make and the people that we pick, the people that we choose to allow to enter our life, the people we have babies with, the people that we lie down with. This goes for men and women.
Spice, come on. Request the line.
Being accountable, because like women, you pick guys and then you want the world to feel sorry for you, but the guys you pick them. Let me read this. Years ago, men used to have bare affairs and women used to allow it because it wasn't a done thing to divorce. I think times got better and women stood up. I think slightly women 23 are going backwards. Listen, you can get divorced, but what do you get when you get divorced? What do you get? Do you get better? Tends not to be. What do you get?
But then this is where it feels like you're saying, like, as well, stay with the person, like if what she just said as well is true. Back in the days, there was a lot of guys that was having secret affairs and they'd be with their women, like the world thinks that they're in the best place ever. But then you go maybe somewhere like a bit more further out, like Manchester, if you're from London, and this guy's got a whole nother maybe kid with someone else, like, do you get what I mean? And the whole thing, thinking everything's good. So it's been damaged. So when you give a guy your all,
no, but this is not new. So everything that you're saying is not new. Yes, you can get divorced now. Wow. So you leave.
Yeah.
Good.
No,
so you break up.
You can get it, and it's always been that way. But back in the day,
statistically disadvantage. Yeah, cool. You've done that now, so you have to go get a next man to bring in your home. Okay. Wow, independence. You place your child at every statistically disadvantage, only to go bring a next man in the home to do what? Just to be like, and then when he cheats on you or does it, what do? You break up and you go. Then you be like, because they've created an image of you of what men. This is what I keep trying to say to you. Like, a lot of women know men's nature. I'm not agreeing it, but as long as you keep saying, "Oh, you've done this to me, let me go find the next man who does it to me," then you'll be like,
but what if a woman leaves with the promise to herself that she's going to work on herself and that the next man is going to be her husband? Because at the end of the day, if we are talking about, there are women that find it unbearable to stay in the situation for a number of reasons. They're going to leave. We can't stop women from leaving. They're supported in it. They're supported. It's not like the old days where
incentivized to leave. It makes sense for women to leave. Women are paid to leave. Women are incentivized to leave before. So when men used to have the kids before, right? Yeah, and there was no child support. Men used to have the financial bearing burden on the men. Then once there was child support, the women are incentivized to leave. They'll get a place. They'll get assistance. If they didn't, they would think about the things that they did. But they don't have to. In divorce as well, incentivized to non-court divorce, so they don't have to give them. They could just go. So while they stay, they're not incentivized to stay.
What do you think is a more permanent commitment, marriage or kids?
We say?
What do you think is a bigger commitment, marriage or kids?
Kids.
This is what I'm saying. When you have a kid,
so wouldn't the kids come before the marriage if the parents, if the mother's like not happy?
If you have a baby with a guy, that's your husband. You know that, right? I don't care what it says on paper. You have a kid by him. That's definitely your husband. If you're married to a man and you don't have any kids by him, that's just your husband. He's not your husband like that. But once you bear kids by another man, that's your husband. That's your husband. That's your husband. You can't tell me. You can't be like, that's my baby daddy. That's your husband. You've got a kid by him. What do you mean? What, you think he's nobody? What, my man, what, you pushed your 9 months, you carried this kid and pushed it out and you want me to think that's nothing? Are you crazy? That's your baby daddy. That's your, listen, that's the first thing. Nah. Kids before a spouse all day. Kids before a spouse. That's why they're single homes. Because
the kids come before a spouse, 100%.
What, you have your kids before you get married?
My mum, let me tell you, my mum stayed in, my dad was a whore.
That's backwards. You're not supposed to have kids before you get married. That's backwards.
No, she didn't have kids, but she was married. But
No,
like,
it's kids before a spouse all day. Like,
no, but the kids will come before. Like, so if the husband's acting up, she's not going to hold on to her marriage. She's going to say, listen, my kids are seeing something they're not supposed to see. I'm going to get out of here.
I just know we have the statistics for single moms and it's not good. So you women are failing. We have the stats for it and they're there. So you keep talking about single moms, but we have the
But you
stats
can't
for
say women. It's like a whole. It's men and women because
But
if
it's the
something
men that
doesn't
you pick.
work out,
The men that you pick. So
no,
it's
but
the men
it's
that you
also the
pick.
women they
If
pick
you pick a
because
waste dad, do you want me to blame the dad or blame you for opening your legs to him? It's your
listen,
fault.
everything
No,
happens in two. You can't sleep with
no, but
yourself. You
listen,
can't
listen to
marry yourself. It has to be a joint thing.
listen
If
to
it's failed, it's between both
listen
of
to
you.
listen to this. If a man, listen, like you're responsible for yourself, right? Yeah. If a man comes and leaves you with a kid and goes elsewhere, that's your L. He's not the one stuck there. You're the one that has to bring up these kids, and now when you meet a new man, have to explain it. You have to be responsible. You're the one that left carrying it.
Yeah,
So
but
there's always gonna
that's a biased thing because
there's always
you're
gonna be
supposed to
something
no,
that
you're
they see.
supposed to if you want to, because some women, let's be real, if a marriage don't work out, maybe they don't even have full custody of their kids. It's a choice what you've made because you
What's
love your kids enough. You want to keep your kids. You understand? But some men go, some women go. Some guys are single dads, so they have to explain it to their new missus. Some women
Listen,
are out doing their thing still.
Kay, listen, Kay, look,
Real.
I'm not gonna talk on the guy, okay? He couldn't keep his
Add her.
he couldn't him couldn't keep his penis to himself. I wouldn't say that's why you should have made yourself a single mom, but him not keeping his fist to himself, that's something that I would say, okay, cool, yeah, you know what I mean? But then I would also be like, well, there's lots of men which don't hit women, and you didn't pick them, you picked the guy which did. So not every man hits women. So it's just one of these things. There's so many men which don't, and women pick the guys that do, and then they cry about it. So what do you want me to say?
Spice said add her.
What do you want me to say? Like, there's so many men. There's men like you've seen the guys who never hit a woman, who never do that, but you don't pick him. You pick the guy which looks like he can hit women.
Yeah,
Why
but
you
I'm
pick that?
saying in general, when it comes to like separation, it's some women obviously keep the
Let me
kids.
see
Some
what.
women don't. So the guys keep the kids. So then he has to explain now to his new missus why he's a single dad. It's not always women, but if you're strong enough,
I feel like
you
single
keep
dads
it.
aren't judged the way single mothers are
Hi
judged. Single dads
Spice,
is like,
you're right.
oh,
Hi, good
it's so
evening,
cute. And
guys.
then single
Good
mothers
morning.
are judged.
You
I'm
see,
busted up. I'm busted up.
stop. The problem. So this is the problem when you do the square boxes. No one can see when people speak, and it gets loud, and that's why we say not to do them. Spice, why are you in a square box? Where's your face?
I don't want to come vigilantly available to the people because I'm high right now. So
I love her so much.
hence why
I
I'm
love
laughing. I
her.
said, join me. I
Hi,
want to get involved
baby.
because I don't know what you're talking about there, sir.
Do you know what's so good? Do you know what's so good
No,
about this?
Spice,
Spice is
Spice.
older, so that she could give different
No, but
advice.
listen. No, but listen, I can't do it, Spice. You need to show you because we cannot
That
do
is
it.
my picture. That's me. There on the picture. That's me.
I can't see you. So we don't know. It's just loud. I can't hear. It just doesn't work. Trust me, it doesn't work.
Oh,
It
for
doesn't work.
God's sake, bro! Don't try. You know what? I've realised if you talking, you're a bit of a You're a dominant narcissist, you know, and a sly, you know, brother. I soon come to you. I soon come to you.
But then you
That's how Mr. Advip on the live. More
silent.
fuck.
See, if you're gonna do that, you need to show your face because now we can have a dialogue. You want to call me a narcissist? That's a bit.
No, you can't, because I might have family members
That's
that
a bit
might join and see me like this.
You can't call me that and not show your face. But that's a bit strong. Come on.
Why is it, babe? Listen, you can see my thing. I've only come in here to just put a quote to one of the things that you said earlier
Okay,
on.
Spice, go on.
All right, so number one, let's just scrap this as I can't get it out. Statistics, yeah? You know what I'm talking about. Forget all that. All that. This ain't no trading. This ain't no marketing. Forget that. Yeah, there's always going to be an imbalance. Let me finish. Hello?
we don't do feelings over here and emotions. We deal with stats. We deal with stats and logic. So
I don't think we should. I don't think we should.
no, because the
Because
whole
you know what
world,
it is?
and this is why men won the world, because if women did, you'll deal with your emotions. So we deal with facts and statistics over here. So
Who
back
don't
to
deal with
that.
emotions?
No, we deal with stats. We deal with stats, and you're telling me to throw out the stats. I'm like, why would we do that for?
Yeah, because I feel like with some of the points that you're making on the topic we're discussing or what I'm listening to now, I don't think it's actually needed, because men
No,
and women are imbalanced human beings anyway. Do you get it?
no.
So
Listen, yo, Suavo, look, they women call me an incel. They say, oh, you can't get no girl. I said, when they say that, they don't even believe what they're saying. Like, look at me, come on, like, let's be real. Like, you see, when you insult men, you have to actually, like, insult men that actually works. It doesn't work when they say that to me.
I don't feel insulting a man or a woman is appropriate.
I'm saying,
Full stop.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, when they say, oh, yeah, I'm like, you need to say that to someone that actually can't get no girls. I have to fight them off. Like,
Okay, let's just go back a bit in regards
bro,
to the convo.
dress me this year, man. I feel like I'm gonna get the award ceremonies this year. I need to get dressed by you, man. We're gonna shut down some awards this year.
Who you talking? Who?
I'm talking to the comments. But yeah,
Oh, the
carry
comments.
on.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. But yeah, I beg to differ when it comes to the men and women in regards to relationships and the marriages and things like that. Marriage is rubbish. Doesn't mean a damn thing. Let's just get to the point. Okay. Our parents or our grandparents, they did it because, you know, in those days it was tradition. Yeah. Within the black community, it's tradition. Even in the white community, it's tradition. But for me, it's
the
not.
Asian community and the Jewish and the Chinese.
No, but you know what? In some ways, I'd say, okay, okay, we can incorporate those religions and stuff, but I'm just basing it on us today. Yeah, factual stuff. Us today.
Yeah.
Marriage don't mean nothing. Yeah, you can be in a relationship, as I put in my comment. You can be with someone for over 20 years and don't know them. You could be sleeping with a total liar. You could be sleeping with a murderer, and you would never know. Do you understand where I'm coming from? As another comment that I put in the chat is that when two people meet each other, it's a sexual, spiritual urge that comes in your body, or a chemical that's released in your body. So you have a sexual attraction, but not like, oh, willingly, like, oh, this girl's beautiful. It's like, oh, I could do her over. Yeah, she's pretty, she's nice, but I could really give her one, that sort of thing. And it's vice versa with women to men. Yeah,
that's fetishism and lust. It's different.
Sorry?
That's fetishism.
That's no. What did you say, Shell? That's what?
That's lust and fetishism. It's different.
Okay,
that's
well,
not,
I feel like it's a sexual
if
urge.
that's what when they see you, that's not. That's fetishism and lust. That's different. You know that, right?
Okay, but it's the first thing at sight. That is
No.
that.
No, so there's difference between attraction and lust, right, and fetishism, right? So when I see a girl that looks like a baddie, like I'm looking at her like, wow, that's my wife, future wife. When I see a girl that
How are you gonna say that? How are you gonna say that?
Right. So
Hold on, that's what I'm trying to say to you. Okay, sorry, I beg you, babe. Let me just get this out. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, regardless of what a person looks like even if you said, "Oh, I see a girl. Yeah, that's my future." How can it be your future wife? You don't know the girl, bro.
You don't need to. Okay, so
you do. You do. Because this is what we're talking about now. You need to get to know somebody to know who you're dealing with. No.
Were your parents married?
Sorry.
Were your parents married?
No.
Okay, cool. Did you have a father figure in the home?
No.
Okay, cool. How many kids?
I have children.
Okay, cool. Are you married?
No.
Is there a father figure in the home?
Yes. Not in the home, effectively like here, but there is.
What? Are you together with him?
No.
That means there's not a father figure in the home. Okay, so it makes perfect sense why you would speak the way you speak. You've never seen
No. Let's go back. Let's go back.
No.
Hold on. Wait.
You spoke. It's my platform.
The reason why you want to address something. You cannot say
it's my
because
platform.
there's a father figure outside of the house. That's not a father figure. That's crap.
Are you gonna let me explain, or are you gonna just keep speaking?
I'll let you explain, but I want you to listen to me after.
It's not crap. It's not crap. If you do not have a man in the home, yes, in the home, a present man in the home, you do not have a father figure in the home, yes. If there's not two parents in the home waking up every single day, and the kid sees that you place your child at every statistical disadvantage, kids that come from single parent homes are more likely to suffer, more likely to end up in jail. What? Pardon me?
Sorry, no. Yeah, go on.
Kids that come from single parent homes are more likely to end up in jail. They're more likely to suffer mental health. They're more likely to go to jail. They're more likely to end up pregnant. They're more likely to die early. There's a whole list of things that lead to this. There's stats that prove this, right? There's stats that prove this. It's there. It's there.
You know what?
Pardon me?
You know what? Sometimes this is, it's going to be, I'm not, as I said, that's your views, but my views is that's rubbish.
It's not my, these are not my views.
Saying, okay, I'm not on the stats thing. I'm just going by live experiences that I know people have gone through.
You want to use emotion, but we don't work with emotion here. We use logic and facts over here. So you can't come. You come from a home. You've never seen a nuclear family. You don't know what it is. So you're going to keep trying to speak down on marriages, but you've never seen them. So I spoke about it before. There's lots of marriages that are successful. When people speak down about marriages because they've never seen it, or the guys that they
I'm not speaking down about marriage, babe.
I think everybody
what I'm trying to say is whether you're a married couple or not, it doesn't matter. A child's upbringing doesn't matter about a married couple or not. Do you understand? You could be a single parent and your children, listen, you can cohabit with your ex-partner and your children still get raised to a family better than the family that's married.
We've seen what single mothers do. We've seen the kids that they raise. We've got the stats to prove it. So,
you know what? Nah, this is what you're talking is crap. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. You're talking absolute crap.
No.
And this is why we have single mothers, because we have people like you raising up the kids to tell them it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay.
No, I'm not even doing that. No, baby, I'm 41 years old. I'm 41 years old. My oldest child is 21. And believe you me, what I tell and advise my children is not to live their life the way they want to.
You're not going to speak down on people that... We got a girl in here that's married.
I'm not speaking down on nobody. That's the thing about it. I'm not even getting my point across.
No.
You're just taking what I'm saying a few bits and you're turning it in your way. That's why you can listen to me afterwards, babe.
I've listened to you.
But no, I've said a few things and you've just like jumped down my throat. I'm not even trying to cow down a marriage couple. I'm just saying whether you're married or not, it doesn't make a difference. Right now, it's about society. It's about the world that we're living in, babe. That's what it's about.
Let me tell you how it works. Let me break it down to how society works, how the world, how humanity was built. Because you think it was built off single people. Built up. Right. So the best thing for men equates to finding, and the best thing for women. So this is how it works. Right? I want the best results for men, and the best results for men equate to the best results for women, and the best results for women then go on to the best results for the immediate nuclear family. The nuclear family results then go on to create a good result for the community, and when all the different communities are doing the same thing, that then in turn goes to create a better result for society. Now, when society is moving as a whole, what happens? The world is moving. What you promote and what you advocate is for what's been going on is to break down the society and taking the nuclear family, the man out the home. You don't understand the type of damage it does. So when I talk about statistics, I'm trying to show you it's been proven, and you want to talk about feelings and emotions.
No, is that both ways though? Is that men leaving as well as men?
Take that out for a second, and let's look about how it was built before for a second, and look where we're going now. So when you look at
what was it built like before? What was it built like before?
It was built upon families. Even during the worst times of humanity, during slavery, during colonialism, we still had a nuclear family. Even during that time, we still knew how to get together.
Okay, but in them times when marriage was back in the grandparents' days, I'm going to go that far. Even when grandparents were married, they were married, yes, happy family, but the grandfathers were out there cheating. They had 5, 6 women at their domino club, or they used to go and see them after clubs and all that. So it still came from somewhere.
I tell you, men have always cheated. So you modern women are not as strong as the women, because you say a man cheats, you get another man, he cheats, you get... All men are... Listen, pick a man that won't cheat, but you keep picking men that cheat on you. There's certain men that will never cheat on you. They'll look at you like
How are you going to ever know, babe?
Because the guys that you pick are the top 20% of men that have access to multiple women.
How do you mean by pick? You're going to say we go into a store and say, oh, we want the baddest guy to come and break our hearts. It doesn't work like that. Men are emotional.
Okay, let me tell you something. If he's over 6 foot, yeah, if he's good looking, if he has money, if he has status,
That's
better
not
nice.
my state. That's not my fetish.
Listen, wait, listen. He can cheat. He can cheat. If he has any one of those things, he can cheat.
No, because guys cheat. What don't have all of that.
No, wait. I'm saying, yeah. Okay, if guys cheat that don't have that, that means all the men cheat. Then where you running to? You might as well pick your poison. If you're gonna do that, then you're gonna be like, well, the guys that don't have that cheat too. Well, then that means everyone cheats. So where you running to? Pick your poison. In actual fact, pick a guy that's got money and just let. At
I'm
least
not
he'll
going to
cheat.
labelize cheating on no guy. I'm going to say that every individual has their own mind. They do what they feel is necessary for themselves. Do you get it? It doesn't necessarily have to be, a guy doesn't have to be in a horrible relationship at home to go and cheat. He might just want to do it for the sake of it. A woman might want to do the sake of it for the same reason. It doesn't necessarily have to mean because a man's not showing me attention, I'm going to go out there and cheat. I cheat if I want to. That's my decision. Do you get it?
But
No man ain't putting me in that position to.
If that's what you truly believe, because I say not all men cheat, the types of men you pick cheat, and this is why do you think? So I'll be real. This is why, like, women talk about, oh yeah, we're so smart. No, women are dumb because you keep getting cheated on. You can't be so smart because you. No, think about it. I can't understand. For all these women that are so smart, why you keep coming?
You don't have to. I'm saying what you're saying, babe. I'm not trying to say. We could be here all morning, but it's not going to happen. What you're saying is just it doesn't make sense. How can we women go out there and pick a man to actually just cheat on us? It doesn't. We could be bending over backwards, bruv. I know girls. Hold on, let me finish. I know girls that have had man's back, like from the lowest of a man not having nothing to becoming a man, becoming someone, becoming the alpha male, that king, and still deal with a girl wrong. Do you get it? So you can't, no matter what, it doesn't matter the situation or the circumstances, bro. It's the individual.
And there's loads of men that won't. These are the men that they picked. Once again, what do you want? What do you want? You keep picking the men that will do that, and you want the world to be.
I personally haven't had that experience like that in that sense. So I'm just saying, I'm just speaking out in every aspect.
I didn't do that though, but she did it. She picked a guy that did do that. So she needs to, and that's what it comes down to. It's the people that you pick. Like,
yeah, but then she's gone through 10 years of a relationship with him.
No, but she still picked him. And this is the thing, right? What do you mean? What do you mean? She picked him. Did she force?
And that's like, it's like getting a man. You know what, furthermore, man, them start posting your CVs before. Let's see your cheating history before we pick you at this point.
You're not telling me, Paisha. You're telling me what I'm talking about. It makes sense because I was talking about what used to happen, what that's got to do with it, right? About the marriage and arranged marriages, yeah. When you're talking about TV, this is what your dad used to check. This is what your brother used to check. This is what your uncle used to check. Because us men can smell the other bullshit in other men. We'll look at a guy. Let me tell you how it is. Yeah? Let me meet your mom, innit? I can have the worst intentions for you. Your mom's gonna love me. Your aunties are gonna love me. Your sisters are gonna love me because that's what men do. Yeah, we make women love us, right? Yeah, but the men in the room ain't gonna be swayed by this slick shit. They're gonna look at this and they'll be like, okay, I need to see more. And this is the difference. And this is why, because men, we check the other. So when you're talking about CV, you're right. Yes, I need to start checking these man's CV. But guess what? You don't just check him. Your brother checks him. Your brother checks him. One of your people. Because once you look at this, and this is basically what I'm doing to you is what the broad code, it doesn't say that men are supposed to do. I speak in a way that men don't speak, because if they do, they wouldn't get what they need to get. I'm like, no, we can't get nowhere. We can't get nowhere.
Yeah, as I said, I hear your point and I respect your vision and focus on that. I really do. But I'm gonna beg to differ all the way. I'm sorry. Every individual is.
Because if you don't, then you're gonna have to set the accountability for the choices.
There is a girl. What's her name? XK32. I want her. I want you to add her because I want to hear her point, because I think we have similar views and I'd like to hear what she has to say. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you on the rebound. So it was nice.
Next, bring your face in and we'll do it, Spice. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming through.
You're welcome. All right. Cool.
Spice wasn't too bad. She was alright. She's cool. She's cool. How are we supposed to know? You're supposed to get your brother to check them over, okay? Like, and this is the thing. Like, I don't know what you want me to guys. You know what? You know what? It's coming back. It's coming back to how important the family unit is, because all I keep hearing is, how am I supposed to know he's a good guy?
When you say pick, but It's not really
Hi.
pick, they just choose wrong
Hello.
people.
Hello.
Hey, baby.
Hey,
You alright?
hey, how can I help you? Oh, you're showing your face. I mean, like, I really appreciate when people show their face. I'm getting tired of these square boxes, but I'll
I
allow.
wasn't gonna show my face. I look really bad tonight, but I was like, fuck it, I'll show my face.
Thank you very much. Now I know you will. I'll get you. Yeah, we'll have another conversation when it's not fixed.
I know.
Yeah, but welcome. Yeah, go on. I feel like you got some stuff though. Not that I feel like I know you, baby.
Yeah, we chat. No, I'm sorry, I have to thoroughly disagree with what you just said on a lot of things, but
Oh, what do you disagree on?
like
Let
the
me
way, like, for
let me
starters,
take
the way that
let me take this, mammy. Let me take this, yeah, and
No.
then thank you, mammy. Yeah, thank you for sharing that with me. Let me take this. Go on. The screen.
yeah, like the way you say about, like, you know, like men, like women, that we can, like, we pick the people that we end up with and stuff. Like, you can't say that. Like, you can't say that we know what we're going into. You can't just judge a cheater. Like, you can't meet somebody and be like, oh yeah, this man's gonna cheat on me. So when you're with someone for like what, 10 years, 15 years, you can't be like, oh, in about 3 years time this man's gonna cheat on me. You can't predict that's gonna happen. So I can't have that. I will not accept that.
You want to say what? That you picked the guy that cheated on you?
No, you cannot. When
What
you
did
meet somebody and you fall in love with someone, you don't think, oh, this man's going to cheat on me. That's not what you think when you're going into something. You fall in love with someone. That's not what happens.
Like your partner, your baby father, and look at him and say, yeah, he's going to cheat. I bet you I can do that though. But you can't.
No, I didn't think that.
Oh.
I was
But I bet you look at him and say he's going to cheat and you couldn't. So how would I know?
You can't. But like, we're saying earlier on about marriage, yeah? Like, I was a child of like two parents that were married, yeah?
But
Huh?
I look at a woman, I'm like, yeah, she's going to cheat. Yeah, 100%. And I wouldn't take that woman as my woman. Like, facts.
Okay, so my mum and dad, yeah, they were together for 20 years. Married for 20 years, yeah, mum and my dad. And they had kids, and I grew up with them being married, happy as Larry, all happy family and stuff, but he still cheated on my mum. But as a kid growing up, I didn't realise that was happening. I didn't know that was actually going on. So, like, from the outside, you think, oh yeah, a great marriage, 20 years, successful, you know, like a brilliant marriage from the outside. But actually, going on, like, inside, there's cheating involved. You don't, do you know what I'm saying? Like, just because someone's married doesn't mean that, oh yeah, it's all fucking hunky-dory. It's not.
Sorry, what do you want me to say to you? You've been sold the Disney idea of what relationships are like. What do you want me to say to you? Do you want me to be honest? I keep trying, but you guys don't like. You like liars. You want me to lie to you?
I don't like liars. That's not it.
You don't like it, so you rather me lie and say, yes, everything you're saying is correct. I could do that, but it's not going to change, man. It's not going to change what's going on. What would change if people start having conversations and understanding things a little bit better, understanding how men are, and all men are. Not all men are, but a large proportion of the men that you women pick. There's so many men that would never cheat. On this earth, they would never cheat, but you don't go for those men. Like,
I don't think you can say that what we pick is what we're expecting, because when you pick somebody and you get with somebody, you don't expect them to cheat on you, no?
That was after what, 10 years?
Me?
Well, yeah, you okay, look, let's remove you in it, right? Most of the stuff I tend to, so let's remove you out of this one. So let's take you out for a second.
Sorry, I'm just reading. You can't say that what you pick is what you expect. Like, I can't accept that.
But you won't accept it, because then you're going to be like, oh, why are you going to accept it for? It's going to accept it means you need to be accountable for the guy you picked.
No, that's not it. That is not it.
Why? Why not?
Because when so I was married. I've been married, yeah. So I met my man when I was 18 years old. I was in for 12 years. We was married, had 2 kids together. When I first met him, do you think he had this fucking forehead? I'm going to cheat on you. No, I didn't expect that. That was not something that I thought, oh yeah, that's going to happen.
I need to see a picture of him when he was younger, I'll tell you.
Ugly fucker. But what I'm saying is, like, he never told me from the off, oh, I'm going to cheat on you.
Just for cheating, I would have told you to leave him, but I know there was some other scenarios in there. So
yeah, there was. You know that. We know each other. You know that.
But for cheating, I wouldn't tell you to leave him, because I'm like,
why? Sorry, why? Why not? Why not?
Why? What do you think the next man's going to do?
But that's so sad, though, isn't it? that you have
Because
to
you
say
keep
that.
no, because you're gonna pick another cheater because you like cheaters. Why do you pick?
No,
What?
you can't say that. I don't like cheaters. That's not that I like cheaters.
Why,
Unfortunately,
why do I always hear about trauma and exes cheating on me from the same girls? Why don't I ever hear about just one time and it never happened again? Let me hear you. Listen, if a man
you're
keeps
not
telling
listening to me. You're not listening to me.
if one of my friends keep telling me about each and one of his girls cheated, yeah, I'll be like, bro, why you keep picking these girls? Bro, you're a simp, yeah. But when you come every time and like, oh, you know what, he cheated, I'm like, so what? You're different? No, you like these guys. No excuse. You pick them. So you can't come out here and
But I
start trying to.
didn't pick him. It's not that I picked them. It's not
That's
that
what
I picked them. I've been one man. One man, okay? One man.
I'm trying to say to you, because you're making it about yourself, yeah. But actually, I'm talking about generalizing, right? Yeah. Why is it women continuously speak? Look, the whole time talk about trauma. Why you keep picking guys that give you trauma? Pick a guy which will give you happiness. There's lots of guys that will give you happiness.
No, China, you're not getting it, babe. Babe, you're not getting it. I've not picked men or multiple men. I've been one man, yeah. I'm 33 years old, yeah. I've been one man since I was 18 years old, okay?
Yeah.
And he was cheating. He was doing all that stuff amongst other stuff, yeah.
And
But what I'm saying,
body count low. Body count low.
it's low. It's low.
Hey, man, her DMs are going to be hot now. One
But
man
it's not.
yeah.
But it's not that. It's not. Like I just picked like fucking. It's not about that. It's about that. I met him at 18. I was in for a very long time. I had both my children with him. I split up with him, whatever, and that's that. Like one man, I've been one man, whatever. But what I'm saying to you is, I haven't just gone around going, oh yeah, I'm picking all these different cheaters, all these different wife beaters, whatever. No, one man happened to be a cheater, a horrible fucking guy. But I didn't meet him and think, oh yeah, he's gonna cheat on me, so let me just be a doormat. I didn't ask him to do that to me, did I?
No, but if it was only, what was it? Multiple cheatings or one?
Multiple, lots and fucking lots.
Okay, well, look, I don't agree on a man multiply cheating on a woman after she forgives him, but if he steps out, I don't think you should leave him. No, of course not. I don't think you should ruin your family.
I tell you what, like, listen to this, okay? So I stayed for a long time, like 12, going on 13 years. I stayed with multiple cheater, and each time I thought, yeah, it'll get better, it'll change, all the bullshit and all that. But in turn, I've now got children that are now head fucked and completely fucked up because of the relationship that I allowed them to witness and live through because of him. Is that okay?
Yeah. No, listen. He done DV, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not okay. But if he just stepped out, yeah, that's okay. Like, it's not okay. But I wouldn't say to you to ruin your kids. Your kids wouldn't know their dad stepped out unless you told them, and those are kids, they wouldn't know. So so that there would be something you told them, that so they wouldn't know. They would still have their dad and their mum together in the home, and they will benefit from that. So yeah.
So benefit from a woman being at home, being the good wife, which I was, and I hold my head high and say I was, and him stepping out weekly for other women. That raises good children, does it?
But they wouldn't know that. They would just see a good wife and a good dad, and they'll grow up and they wouldn't know. They would only know if you told them, and that's when adults make kids become adults. You're not supposed.
No. I'll tell you why. Because every single time he cheated on me, it knocked a chip off my confidence, bit by bit by bit by bit. So every single week that he's doing this shit, I'm getting lower and lower and lower, which means that I'm then becoming weak. Which means that I'm raising weak. I've got 2 daughters. I'm then raising weak daughters, which means that in turn they're then going to grow up to be weak women.
You're responsible for your own emotions. You don't have to go and raise weak. That's you. That's you.
No.
You're an adult.
No, I can't have that. No.
You're an adult. We're all responsible.
No. How a man treats a woman, how he makes her feel, is how a woman feels inside to bring up her children.
How other people.
Children. So if he's making me feel self-conscious and low self-esteem and making me feel really weak and worthless, I'm then projecting that onto my daughters, which in turn makes them then grow up to be weak women, no?
Listen, if I have a bad day, if I'm going through stuff, I don't have to go in the world and other people have to experience it. No, I can keep it in, but you want to do that because that's modern women. Listen. Look, I'll be honest with you. This is what it's called being a mother. You go through some stuff. Like, your kids are not supposed to know. You fight some stuff. And then later on when you're old, you tell them, you know what, this is what, they'll be like, oh, mum, I never even knew. But like, yeah, you're going to have to know. That's what mothers do.
I get that.
But what happens today is me, my emotion, me. It is selfish mindset. Once you have kids, their development to 21, 22 is the most important thing. Most important thing. Most important thing. Not your happiness. Like, marriage is not about happiness, it's about duty. And your duty to developing your kids to come out to be the best version of themselves. That's it. That's it. After that, go out and get as many men as you want. Go join sex parties. But in that point, when you're younger, you just make sure that the kids get the best development. And the best development is a nuclear family. That's it. So you either...
No, sorry. No. Who's this saying that a man is not biologically made to be a woman? What?
He's not. The thing about it is, right, yeah, you're being so... This is why modern women are single. Because
what the fuck?
Because they're not,
it's
though.
It's not that difficult. It's not difficult. Meet somebody, you fall in love with them, and you love them, and you respect them. Stay with that person. What the fuck is all this? This whole cheating is so acceptable nowadays. No, not in my book.
No. And this is why it continues to go on, because you don't want to listen. You don't like it. But not liking it doesn't change the fact. You won't change men. You won't change the men you pick.
I know that. You're right.
Yeah.
It won't change men. It won't change men. Like I said to you earlier. So my mum and dad were together for 20. My mum and dad were together for 20 years, and he cheated on her multiple times. I've got sisters somewhere else. Like, it was a bad upbringing as well. Same with my nan and my granddad. Like, it goes on for generations. Like, the same sort of thing. Multiple, like, infidelity was something that we are kind of programmed to think that, yeah, that's okay. But no, it's not okay. Like, unless you are literally signing up to have...
For your feelings, right? Yeah, and this is what I always talk about. All I ever hear about is me. Your me was all about you before you had kids. Yeah, the moment you have kids, it's not about you no more. I don't want to hear about me. I want to hear about my kids. I want to hear about my kids. I want to hear about my kids. I want to hear, but I never hear that. I talk about my happiness. I'm picking me. No, pick your kids. Pick your kids. That's what I want to hear. And pick a better baby father.
But kids are not going to be happy if their parents are in some sort of conflict, which is inevitable if the father is out cheating. No,
it's not. Because see, the thing about it is, yeah, this is
I can't cope with you. I love you, babe, but I can't cope with you. I can't cope with you. You're making me really angry. I can't even cope.
You like this other man that lie, and I don't lie. You women love liars. You want me to lie to you?
Liars? I don't experience. You're going on like I love multiple liars. Like I said, I've been with one fucking liar, and that's enough to last me a fucking lifetime.
You had one liar. Cool. So, guys, she had one liar. Her body count's low. If you don't cheat on her, she's you know. Would you want to, I'm trying to be. Look, no.
I'm really struggling. With you.
You're doing well. You're doing really well.
I am struggling with you though.
You're doing really well. Look, you're doing really well. You are.
You make my blood boil. Do you know that? You literally make my fucking blood boil.
Look, listen. I'm just trying to say that most women that I speak to, they didn't go through a 10-year, 12-year, and then discovered that what was going on. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna go, but my point is, right? The point that I'm making is, what I can't understand is when men like you say that you knew what you were getting yourself into. I can't accept that. When I first met my baby father, my husband, my ex-husband, I'm not divorced, so my husband, when I met him, he did not tell me, I'm going to cheat on you. So when I met him and he sold me the dream, I was happy in it. He was faithful. He was faithful at the beginning. We was good. We was happy. He was faithful. We had my first child. Everything was going all well. How the fuck am I supposed to foresee that down the line he's going to fucking cheat on me? That's not going to happen. I wasn't supposed to just foresee that, was I?